Did you know that about 80% of the exercises most people do are practically useless for men over 40? And there's a very simple reason for that. Muscles grow fast, in just a few weeks. But tendons take months to adapt. Most training programs completely ignore this. They chase volume and appearance, while the tissue that literally holds your body together falls behind and quietly breaks down. The Spartans understood something we've forgotten. They didn't train to look strong. They trained to be strong on the inside. A Spartan had to hold a heavy bronze shield for hours in battle. He needed a brutal grip to drive a spear through armor. His body couldn't just look strong, it had to be unbreakable. And this is exactly where most men fail today. Your joints are screaming because the weakest link is almost always the same. The tendons. When you can't open a jar, when your knee gives out on the stairs, when your shoulder pinches as you lift your arm. That's usually not a lack of muscle, it's structural failure. Now I'm going to give you 5 isometric exercises, 5 static holds, that build the kind of inner strength a Spartan needed to survive. And the best part? They're simple, direct, and they actually work in real life. If you have knee pain, you can be pretty sure it's not just worn cartilage. Most of the time, the problem is a weak patellar tendon that can no longer handle even basic load. Every time you stand up from a chair, walk downstairs, or misstep on the sidewalk, this tendon absorbs force. When it's weak, your knee joint pays the price. Spartans stood for hours in a fighting stance. 1 foot forward, knee bent, ready to attack or defend. This kept the patellar tendon under constant tension, making it denser, stronger, and more resilient. The modern version does the same thing, using a wall for support. Stand an arm's length from a wall. Step your right foot forward into a lunge position. The front thigh is almost parallel to the floor. The back leg stays straight. Lean your torso forward and place both hands on the wall for stability. Now, here's the secret. You don't move. You hold. The front knee must stay directly over the ankle. The back leg is just for balance. The real tension should live in the tendon of the front knee. You'll feel a deep burning sensation in the front of the thigh, near the knee. That sensation isn't muscle dying. It's connective tissue adapting to load. Start by holding for 20 seconds per leg. Rest about 30 seconds between sides. Do 3 rounds. If it gets easy, move the back foot farther away from the wall to increase the load. If you've had knee issues or you're older, bring the back foot closer and use more support. The goal is not pain. The goal is controlled, constant tension for safe strength. The most common mistake is letting the knee collapse inward. That stresses ligaments and doesn't strengthen the tendon properly. Keep the knee pointing toward the middle of the foot at all times. Another mistake is holding your breath. Breathe normally. Holding your breath increases pressure and shortens how long you can hold. Add 5 seconds per week until you reach 45 seconds per leg. When you get there, stairs become trivial. Hiking feels safer. Standing up from low chairs without using your hands feels natural again. And the most impressive part? The results come fast. Within a few weeks, stairs stop bothering you. Getting out of the car feels easier. Bending down to play with your grandkids or pick something off the floor doesn't leave you stiff the next day. This single exercise solves one of the biggest complaints among men over 50. Knees that limit life. Before we move on, let me ask you something. Do you want a complete system to get rid of morning stiffness and joint pain? There's a simple method you can do at home with clear progression that rebuilds the body from the inside out. Getting older should not mean accepting pain as normal. If you want to feel light and strong again, this is the path. Now let's move on to the second isometric. Pinching shoulders are a modern epidemic. Most men over 45 who sit a lot at work know the feeling. You lift your arm to grab something, and the pain hits. You sleep on your side and wake up stiff. It's not age. It's a rotator cuff that's shut down from lack of use, and a shoulder blade that's become unstable. Spartans pushed and struck with brutal force. To do that, the shoulder had to generate power while staying stable under extreme load. A weak shoulder joint in battle was a death sentence. The modern version is an isometric press against a door frame. It teaches the shoulder blade to stabilize while the rotator cuff actually works. Stand in a doorway. Extend your right arm straight out at shoulder height, palm facing forward like you're saying, "Stop." Step forward until your hand presses firmly into the frame. Now press as if you're trying to move the entire wall. The arm stays straight, but everything from wrist to shoulder blade activates hard. You should feel it in the back of the shoulder and between the shoulder blades. The key muscle here is one most people don't even know exists: the serratus anterior, which wraps around the ribs and holds the shoulder blade in place. When it's weak, the shoulder loses position and starts to hurt. Hold for 30 seconds per arm. You'll feel muscles that have been asleep for years. The burn between the shoulder blades is the middle trapezius and rhomboids working. The beauty of this exercise is that you can't cheat. Press weakly and nothing happens. Press with intent, and the whole system wakes up. No swinging, no momentum, no shortcuts. If you already have shoulder issues, start with lighter pressure. You should feel activation, not sharp pain. If you feel stabbing pain, reduce immediately. This is about control, not toughness. Over time, you can increase the pressure. After 2 weeks, you can hold the press and add small up and down movements to challenge stability. Common mistakes: letting the shoulder drift forward or shrug up toward the ear. Keep the shoulder blade back and down. Chest open. And again. Breathe calmly. The benefits come quickly: reaching high shelves without pain, sleeping on your side without waking up stiff, throwing a ball or swinging a club naturally again. Now, to the core. Most people train abs wrong after 40. Traditional sit-ups teach the spine to flex repeatedly. Exactly what irritates the discs. The core's real job is not to bend, it's to prevent bending. It's protection. Think of the core as ancient armor. Spartans held heavy shields tight to the body for hours. That created massive isometric strength through the torso. The modern version is a wall sit, with one detail that changes everything. Lean your back against the wall. Place your feet slightly forward. Slide down until your thighs are almost parallel to the floor. Keep your entire back flat against the wall. Cross your arms over your chest and press your forearms into your ribs, as if you're holding a heavy shield. Brace your abs like someone is about to punch you in the stomach. You'll feel activation from the ribs down to the hips. The deep abdominal muscle tightens like an internal belt. Obliques stabilize. Breathing muscles and pelvic floor work together to create internal pressure. Start with 20 seconds. Focus on maintaining tension while breathing normally. Breathe by expanding the rib cage, not the belly. If you have a sensitive lower back, start higher. You don't need to go all the way down right away. Common mistakes: knees collapsing inward, pushing only with the legs and forgetting the upper body. Tension in the neck and shoulders. The benefits are immediate: safer lifting, a more stable back, easier mornings getting out of bed, better posture. Now, the foundation. Everything starts there. The Achilles tendon is the strongest tendon in the body and one of the most neglected. Stand facing a wall. Support yourself with your hands. Rise up onto your toes as high as you can and hold. Hold for 15 seconds. Lower slowly over 3 seconds. Do 5 repetitions. That deep tension in the tendon is where the body rebuilds. If you have issues, reduce the range. Finally, the grip. Not a regular bar. A towel. Drape a thick towel over the top of a door. Grab the ends and hang, using light foot support if needed. Don't just hang, crush the towel as hard as you can, like you're wringing out water. Start with 10 seconds. The instability forces the hand to constantly adjust. That creates real-world strength. Opening jars, carrying bags, holding on without cramps. Together, these isometrics build total stability. Strong ankles give you a base. Strong grip connects you to the world. And the core stops taking all the load alone. This is the difference between training muscles and training structure. One makes you look strong. The other makes you durable. Do these 5 holds 3 times per week. Start with the times and add 5 seconds per week. The body adapts slowly, and these gains last. This isn't about becoming a fantasy warrior. It's about building structural strength that keeps you strong, mobile, and safe for the next 30 years. Now there's only one thing left to do. Start. And if you want to keep getting this kind of training, subscribe to the channel.